Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to my live show. Happy Friday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our show. And thank you all for being with us. Now, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you are subscribed to our channel and make sure you like our page if you are watching on Facebook. YouTube, of course, is always easy to find us, and if you sign up for notifications, we'll pop right up when we go live. Now we are here in the studio with, I got a couple of producers with me today. Say hi to Mr. HP and Mr. KP. Oh, sorry.
You said Mr. HP.
GP and Mr. KP.
She got me right though.
Yeah. And we got Kobe in the house. He's napping right behind me. I took that shot right before we went on air. Yep, he's out. He is out. It's been a busy week for him, like it has been for us. But make sure you stick around to the end of the show and keep commenting throughout the show, because we have a giveaway at the end. And the random generator will find one of you that has commented throughout the show, and you will win a $25 gift card. So stick around, everybody. Send us some thumbs up and hearts, and let's talk amongst ourselves throughout the show. Now, we, of course, celebrate Fridays here at GE. And with the warmer weather coming and already here in many places, I thought today's perfect drink would be a sangria. So what I have for you, a little twist on a traditional Spanish sangria. I added a little passion fruit liqueur. So this is my Passoa sangria. Very simple, and sangrias are so fun to make because you can just adjust however you want. You can make them way ahead of time, but I put just one orange, one lemon, one green apple, a lime, and some pineapple cubes that I had already, and I put them in a pitcher, and then I added the liqueurs. So I had about a quarter cup of orange liqueur, can be any orange liqueur, and a quarter cup of Passoa liqueur. And then I added a whole bottle of red wine. And it can be Malbec and can be Pinot Noir. You want it to be dry, because if it's sweet, it's going to maybe get too sweet. And then you let that sit, and it's going to, the fruit flavors are going to pull out of the fruit and blend with the wine and the liqueurs. Now, if it's not sweet enough for you, you can always add a little bit of juice. I like it like this one. You can add a touch of agave if you want a little more sweetness. But then you spoon the fruit into a glass, add some ice, and then pour the sangria over. And I top it with just a little bit of sparkling water to add that fizz. So cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. How's that sangria for you guys? You like?
It is wonderful.
Yeah? This was the first time you had sangria?
I opted for no fruit.
No fruit. Okay. All right. Whatever works. You guys didn't come on camera. Do you know that?
I know.
All right. So today on the set, we have some quilts from the new book. We have right behind Mr. GP is the Savannah quilt, named after his sister, of course. It's a big one because it's a queen size. And then behind me, I have in the middle the Quinn quilt, very colorful and fun. And then on this side, we have the colorful Pippa. On the other side, we have a version of Lilo that we haven't shown you yet, and we'll show you later. But beautiful, colorful quilts around me today. I love it. Now, word of the day. Usually Mr. HP has a word of the day. He just left to go play a gig over the weekend. He's playing in 2 places this weekend. But he recorded a little video for his word of the day. So let's check out his word of the day.
Hey everybody, it's Mr. HP here. I am in North Carolina tonight playing with Mr. Steve Cole. And the word of the day is smooth. S-M-O-O-V. Because tonight we are playing some smooth jazz. That's the word of the day. Have a wonderful weekend.
Awesome. smooth. We're going to hope for our show to be smooth sailing, right? It's going to be a smooth show.
Yes, it is.
Love it. Some of the national days today. Yesterday was National Sewing Machine Day, or Show Your Sewing Machine Love, or something like that. I was busy. I was in Duluth for the Minnesota Quilt Show, but I will give my sewing machine some love this weekend. Promise you that. But today, it is National New Mexico Day. So anybody from New Mexico, it's a party, I'm sure. It is World Blood Donor Day. So red wine is good for your blood. And so if you are able, make sure to give blood if you can. It is National Wear Blue Day. I totally failed that one. Wearing green. And Bourbon Day. You could put bourbon in your sangria, I guess. Strawberry Shortcake Day, and it is also National Flag Day. So lots of fun stuff going on today. I mentioned that I was in Duluth all day yesterday. Yes, I drove up yesterday morning, and I drove back 3 hours each way last night. I was there in the booth, and I did a lecture. So we have some photos from our booth and from my lecture. It was just on the learning stage in the like where the show area is. So this is like, I think their basketball court or something. As you can see, it's a stadium. But we had lots of folks. So standing room only. They were standing everywhere watching as well. And so I appreciated those of you that came. I appreciate that. I showed them some sneak peeks of the new quilts from the new book, but there's our booth. Wonderful wall of bundles, and Colleen was demoing all day long, nonstop traffic, of course. People just love to see love to see the rulers in action. So, but lots of new stripologists created yesterday and hopefully throughout the weekend. So the team is at work right now. They are busy in Duluth. Kara is joining them today, checking in, actually bringing some more product, restocking. So that's great. So we wish them all the best, and we can't wait to see how many new folks join us and join our fam. Appreciate that. Let's check out some quilts that you shared for our weekly show and tell. You ready? Oh, I saw that. Put it up again. Great show and tell today. We're starting off with Wanda quilt made by Kay. That's beautiful. I love the color blocking. I don't know if she used Color Club, but it kind of looks like it. But beautiful colors blocking out each blocks like that. Awesome job. Looks like this was a gift. Then we have Cindy's Haldora quilt. Oh, this is just beautiful. I'm not really sure what fabric. Oh, it looks like Dawn on the Prairie or similar to that. Maybe it's just a scrappy mix, but that's beautiful with a white background. So perfect for that bed. Then we have a Lucy quilt made by Betty Lynn. That is really cute. What a unique layout she did. I love that. Kind of block it up into blocks, square blocks. So, and what a great view. I'm jealous of the view. That's beautiful. Next up is Lori's Elvira quilt. Beautiful colors, fun stuff, fun prints, and great job by Lori. Next up is a Dina quilt made by Pamela. I love the red and white and pink. This looks like one of our bundles. Do you remember I Love Us? Wasn't that I Love Us?
I think
yeah,
that's right.
And that gray is just a perfect accent. That's gorgeous. Great job, Pamela. Next up is Jenny's Milky Way quilt made in patriotic colors and fabric. So this is fabulous. Love the white for the stars. So great job on this one. I love the scrappiness of this quilt. Never gets old. And here is Helga's Thor's Hammer quilt. That is gorgeous. Really pretty, pretty similar to the colors I used in my quilt. I just love it. It feels very, very fitting for that quilt. It's fun to make. And then we have a rosy quilt made by Dawn. I love the softness of this, the soft florals. This looks very similar colors to, oh, now I don't remember. It was the browns and pinks. Love Struck, maybe? Love Struck? Yeah, I'm not sure it is that, but it's similar to Love Struck. Beautiful job. And last but not least, we have a Saga quilt made by Nan. And this is such a gorgeous colored quilt. I love the combination of the olive and the teal and that cinnamon color. Beautiful job. Beautiful Saga. Very striking colors. Well, thank you all for sharing. Keep the quilts coming. Share them in our Facebook group, Gudrun's Quilt Crew, and we will share. So thank you all. There was a question that popped up right before the show and tell, and I wasn't able to get to it. What was it? Can you put that back up? Are there any drink recipes in your new book? Not this time. Don't worry. There will be some drink recipes coming. Not in the book this time. It just didn't fit the theme, you know? So when will there be a quilt named after GP? Well, he's got one now in this new book.
That's right.
It's the GG quilt. Named after him, and he loves the fabric. Kind of picked the fabric as his, and so he took ownership of that quilt.
I love it.
Yes. But speaking of that quilt, it's part of course, the new book, the Stripology Quickies book that'll be shipping later this summer. It is now available for pre-order. 17 quilts in the book, all pretty quick to make, even though various quickness, of course, various complexity, but everything, of course, is never harder than just an intermediate or confident beginner. Anybody can make it, especially if you have the rulers. But I thought I would dive deep into our, on Tuesday's show, I showed you all the quilts in the book. That was our debut. We opened it up for pre-orders. And I thought today I got so many questions on the fabrics, and we really didn't have time to dive deep into that there. But I thought I would pick a few of the quilts that are fabrics that we have either available or coming, so that you would be aware if you like exactly how we made ours, you can kind of try and replicate that and secure those bundles. I know how that works. I saw some of you ordering some of the bundles. So let's start with the cover. Here's the cover. Of course, the Stripology Quickies book. All of the quilts in there use half yards. And some of them, or most of them, you can use fat quarters as well. And they, of course, use the Stripology rulers. Each of the quilts has multiple sizes, just like before. The cover quilt is the Winnie quilt that's in the book. And the cover one is made from feed sacks, Good Works. So that one I don't have it here. We have it in stock. And I use just a white or like an off-white background just to make it really, really stand out. Beautiful colors, such a sharp contrast with the white. So the next one I have is the Winnie. Now the Winnie, inside the book, we have made a few. So this one is made with a clover and dot fabric bundle. So I have that here. So we have that in stock. Beautiful, just multicolors. And the fabric we used for the background was actually one of our Color Club fabrics. It was a terrain with a little bit of direction, but what's fun when you make this, you turn the blocks any which way so they end up different directions. So that's Winnie. Then we have next up is our Diana supersized. Now that one was made with our flannel bundle that is not in the house yet. You can pre-order this bundle. It is from Moda, Primitive Gatherings, Farmhouse Flannels 3 it's called. Beautiful, soft, and luscious flannels. This quilt is the easiest one to make, the fastest quilt in the book. I promise you that. It's really perfect for complete beginners. So learn some cutting some strips from your half yards, make some strip sets, and you cut them up, subcut them, and then you have your blocks. So very fun. Next up is Mia quilt. We showed that one. So this quilt or this pattern is when you pre-order the book, whether it is the paper book or the ebook, you get this pattern as a PDF download right away as a little bonus. So a lot of you, I already saw started on this quilt already. So I made mine. My base was the abstract bundle from Art Gallery. I just love the cool colors and unique color combination. I did add some basics to it because I just liked the scrappiness. So I added some of the seedlings from Art Gallery and just a little more of that rust color. So the rust color in the bundle here, I just loved that one. So I added a couple more in that, as you can see in the quilt if we look at the quilt again. But this was my base, the abstract bundle. And we are low on this one, but we are getting more. So I just know that a lot of you have been asking for that one. Can you make Diana with 10-inch layer cakes? No, it is bigger blocks, so it's bigger than 10 inches. Of course, you can always adjust it. So the original Diana pattern was for layer cake, was for 10-inch squares. So you can find that free tutorial if you Google it on our website or on our YouTube channel. So check that out. Okay, next up is Gigi. Speaking of, there's Gigi. Gigi is, of course, made from verdigris. Verdigris is designed by Libs Elliott for Andover Fabrics. We absolutely love it. It was one of our options for our retreat. So there are some beautiful Winnie quilts actually made out of this as well. Beautiful greens and some of that cinnamon, rusty red color, black, and a nice creamy print in between. We have some 1 yards from verdigris as well that are more of the cream print. So I did add those to my quilt. I wanted to just have a little more variety and add some lightness. So you can always pick those up or add just any cream fabrics in there and it'll work great. Lilo's up next. Lilo was really the first pattern I made for the new book. So I made it out of vintage. Vintage is by Sweetwater. We have that bundle in stock. I just love the navy and the red and then that beautiful kind of robin's egg blue in there. Smaller prints in pure Sweetwater style. So we have this one in stock. You do need to add some background fabric for the quilt. You show the quilt again. It has that white or that background. So that is also from the line. We have it in 1 yard. It's just little X's in those same colors, the red and the navy and the robin's egg blue. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, next up is Frankie. Frankie, I used an upcoming line called Live Out Loud by Seth Apter. Those of you that remember Storyboard, we sold a lot of that. This is his next line coming, I believe, August, September in the fall. So that is available for pre-order. You do need 2 accent fabrics. So if you show the quilt again, I used a black and an off-white. It is the seedlings, licorice, and then the other seedling color, I don't remember, it's called, it's not Dove. Is it Dove? No, that's not Dove. It's the new light color. Anyways, No, it's not. No, it's not Sky. I don't remember, but I'm sure you can see it. It's kind of an off-white, not pure white in the seedlings.
I think it is Dove.
It is a Dove?
I
Okay,
think so.
it might be Dove. All right, so then next up is Quinn. That's the quilt hanging behind me. This is a beautiful fabric line coming later on this fall or late summer. called Carousel for Wyndham Fabrics. We have it on pre-order. You do need 2 more fabrics for this quilt. You do need something for the accent, which is my black in this particular quilt. And then your sashing, which is what you see white. I did just use black. I think I used the black licorice, the seedlings and the licorice, the same. And then I used a fabric from Andover, again, the Spatter by Juicy Juice for my white. But we're working on another one. We're totally changing up the color of the accents, so it's going to look different every time. There's the Carousel by Sharon Virtue. Really fun, colorful prints with that Papa Yellow is just everything. It's great. Next up is Skylar 2. Now this one is made from our Woodland and Wildflower fabric. We have the bundle. I just don't have it here, but we have it in stock. We have also, you need a background fabric, and I use the Woodland and Wildflower background fabric. That's actually a print, so it is. We are out of it, unfortunately, but anything similar. It's got a lot of background, so it's really cool to have just a little print to it, a little low volume action. So I just love this one. And especially in the Midwest, just reminds me of a cornfield. So a very large one. But this is Skylar 2 from Woodland and Wildflower. It was a part of our bundle club in January, so some of you might have it. Then next up is the Svana quilt hanging behind Mr. GP. This was probably the second quilt I made for the book, and I loved the Juniper line when it came out. It's just so unique. All the prints are different and just really create this scrappy feel. It's evenly balanced, lights and darks, and that's what I loved about it. And I, of course, wanted more variety, so I added some prints. I decided I wanted to make a big quilt for one of my beds in my house. And so I added some art gallery basics. There is some Flights of Fancy. There's some deco stitch. I do think there's a couple of seedlings, but I used also a deco stitch for the border. Huh? Teal Fog? No, I think it's the it's the green one. I don't remember the name.
I think it's Teal Fog.
No, Teal Fog is more blue.
Oh.
Never mind. We will give you all the information later on. I did also add some deco stitch in that charcoal gray, which I love as well. I will remember that deco stitch color. Somebody will come running in here with it, I'm sure. Next up is Holly. Holly I made it with a holiday-ish line that's just greens and reds. It's called Pine Valley. It's not really Christmas print, but really gorgeous prints, really rich colors, deep reds and deep greens. I used a background. I used a grunge for the background that is actually coming with a line because the line is by Basic Gray. It should be shipping any day now. Otherwise, it's still on pre-order. And that border fabric is also a part of the line, and we'll have that in 3 yards and 1 yards when the line comes in. That background color has a little bit of a tannish hue to it. So it's kind of like that grunge marble or roasted marshmallow feel. So a little kind of muddy, but it's perfect with these fabrics. Winter Spruce, thank you. Deco Stitch, Winter Spruce is my border for Svana. Mr. GP doesn't like to be stumped, so. Oh, KP found it on the website.
Whatever.
Good job, everybody. Teamwork makes the dream work. So next up is our duo quilts, Anna and Elsa. So this one, you make them two together, two totally different quilts from half yard bundle and then a background. And we cut off the corners of some of these blocks, and then we use them for the other quilt. So there's no waste on this except for your trimming of your blocks. Really fun to do. I had a quilt in my first mixology book called Two Timer. It was 2 quilts, and everybody loved it, so I wanted to replicate it. The fabric I use is from Folklore. Folklore is on pre-order. It's coming just a couple of months, I believe. And I really toned down the colors in this line. If you look at this line anywhere else, it's going to have a lot more color. I really love just sticking with the blues and the rusty reds. So two-toned, and I think that's really fun and successful. The background I used was a spotted color that had a little bit of gray in it. I'm not sure, I don't remember the exact color, but they have a few different ones that work really similarly. Just because for the Elsa quilt, there's a lot of background and you want a little more action than just pure white. So I had a little bit of a hue to it. Next up is Ursula. Ursula is made with a black and white line shimmer that is coming. So blacks, grays, taupes, and off-white. And it is on pre-order. This one, of course, I always call it my Batman quilt now. It's locked in because of the black. But I've seen it now in a couple other fabrics, and it is fabulous. I just love the blocks. Really big blocks, comes together fast. So I'm excited for this one. Shimmer is a Zen Chic line. It has just a touch of metallic gold, or touch of metallic. I think there's metallic silver in there too. So I love it. It's just very little, and I think it's just a little sparkle. Just makes the world go round. So sparkle is its own color, of course. So any questions on all of these? Somebody said that the Svana quilt looks like a Packer quilt. Mr. GP is not going to be happy about that.
Nope.
He ignored that comment.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of those colors, I have to say. Not intentional, although this is not really cheddar yellow. Oh, Mr. HP is feeling a little salty about not getting a quilt. One day, honey. I don't have one. I mean, there's not a goody quilt either. Will the PDF of the new book be available prior to the arrival of the print version? No, we have to release them at the same time. So as soon as we ship the books, the ebook will go into your account if you purchase the ebook. All right. When will the colorful Aurora kit be back in stock? They were working on it in the warehouse today. So make sure you go to that product page, sign up for notifications, or is it on pre-order already? Might be. You can secure your next batch. These are flying out. I'm telling you, we took some to Duluth. They sold out in the first 2 hours. So Kara's bringing more to Duluth if you're watching from Duluth. Just watch out for when she walks in the door. But here is the Quickies book. Just a reminder, you can go to the website and pre-order. If you are a quilt shop and would like to pre-order, you can pre-order the book from us directly. Just email us, or Checker Distributors also has it available for pre-order, and some of our other distributors as well. So you can be that first one. So whichever where you want to prefer to purchase your books, you can do that. Of course, we will get it to you fastest, and we'll be happy to provide you with the Mia pattern as well, so you can get going on your sample making. All right, it is time for Color Club reveal, but before that, we have a big celebration because last month's Color Club completed our 3rd full year of Color Club. So cheers to that, everybody. 3 years means 36 packs of our monthly subscription. And I thought it would be fun to kind of look back and see what our theme or what is the inspiration behind the months ever since we started. Now, if you are one of those amazing people that love Color Club and have been with us since the start, make sure you share that in the comments. We appreciate you. We love it just as much as you do. I hear it all the time when I go to shows and people talk to me how much they love Color Club. They love having that variety of fabrics in their stash to pull from and add to projects. So let's start with, this is June 2021. The first pack was supposed to be Lagoon. All our fabrics didn't arrive in time, so we switched it. And Watermelon was our first pack that got shipped. And I loved both of those. Watermelon, that pinkish reds, was really fresh for summer. And then Lagoon was July. For the next couple of months, we had Honey was our August shipment. And then September was Moss. And of course, that amazing photo that I took myself in Iceland of the moss in Iceland. It's kind of, that's the color that I went with, the mossy color from Iceland. October was some more Iceland inspiration, the molten lava, so really bright oranges. Then we had Purple Rain, beautiful purples. And then Timberwolf was our December 2021.
Go Timberwolves.
Yay, yes. So then let's take a look at 2022. We had Frost, a really beautiful icy light blue color. We had Limoncello, a bright yellow lemony color. We had, Louise has been with us since month 1. We had Azalea, some bright pinks. That was gorgeous. Everything has been gorgeous. I'm going to keep saying that. April, May, and June, we had Ice Out. Robin has been with us all this time. Love it. I think I missed one earlier on. Nadera has been with us. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Let's move into April, May, and June. Ice Out was our April. That's that deep, dark blue color that, as the ice is leaving the lakes. Linen was a beautiful off-white tone. And then Kiwi, just a fun, bright green. Annette has been getting it from the beginning and loves Color Club. Thank you, Annette. Then we had July, August, September, Red Rock, a really unique color. This was one of my favorites, and so was Peacock. I just love that mixture of blue and green, perfect peacock color. And Willow, that was kind of a light brown, taupe-ish color, beautiful willow trees there, and has proven to be very versatile. Mary has been with us since the start. Yay! So finishing off 2022, we had Rose Hips, beautiful red color, and then Silver Bells, a light gray for December, and then Norway Spruce was our November, beautiful spruce green. Moving into 2023, we had Jean Jacket was our January. I remember that because I was joking that was my Florida winter coat. And then we had Box of Chocolate, all these beautiful hues of brown. And Succulent was our March. Very unique green color that I absolutely love as well. 2023 continued with Apricot, a very unique yellowy peachy color. Mushroom, a really fun dirty background. I call it dirty background. So like a little bit of taupe, gray, brownish creams, I would say. And then Lilac. Lilac was popular, a beautiful lavender selection, which was, I believe that may have been our May or June. No, it was June, yeah. 2023, July, we did Basalt. No, I don't remember which one. It doesn't matter. We had Basalt, which was a beautiful medium gray based on the basalt columns in Iceland. We had Sea Glass, an awesome tone, kind of a light green turquoisey color, very unique color and very beautiful. Autumn Plum was also a favorite, that deep burgundy-ish purple. So That's 2023. If we finished off 2023, is there more? That's it. Okay, well, I'm sure you remember how we ended 2023. I'm not sure I can off the cuff say it, but I think it's time to reveal what is our June. So as we start year 4 of Color Club, we are going to reveal June 2024. Everybody got their package, hopefully. If you didn't and you want it to be a surprise, make sure you turn off your device right now. But here, let's take a look at what the selection was for this month. I'm going to open it up. And the inspiration was, ooh, Pinot Noir, a deep, dark burgundy color. Gorgeous fabric. So let's look at them. Here's the inspiration photo. Just love that beautiful color. Now, it does vary. That, of course, the color of Pinot Noir can change, but based on the grapes and the variety. But cooler and warmer climates produce a different shades of ruby, and so it's just beautiful. Very, very rich. So let's take a look at the fabrics. Now you wonder why I chose Sangria for my drink of the day. Let's start with the dimples. This is by Andover. The deepest tone. I love just the subtle variety. You'll see how the dark spots and a little bit of a pattern. So that's a beautiful basic that we've had this basic from the start, and it's always so versatile. Very rich colors. Yes, thank you, Sue. Next one is called Impressions More. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is that more? Yeah. So the color is wine. The color of the dimples is called Tuscan Red. But again, same deep hue. I love the variety, and I love the print of this. It always feels like you're swirling some wine in a glass. Next up is Scroll in the dark brick color. This is a Wilmington basic print that we have seen before. This one I just love how it goes really dark, and then we have the highlights that really makes it shine. It's kind of when you look at a glass of wine and you have some sunshine hit it and you see some see-through, it kind of the transparency through the glass. Beautiful. Yeah. If I start now, will this ship or next month? So if you subscribe now, you will get this shipment throughout this month. So if you subscribe in the month of June, you will get June. If you subscribe in July 1st, you will just get July. Will be your first shipment. Then we have Henry Glass Folio in wine color. So a little more red in this one. So we like to have a little bit of a hue difference. And this is just a beautiful blender. Has the little dark spots and the highlights in the perfect places. And we finish it off with Shadow Play in the Tibetan Red. So I think all these colors are just gorgeous together. They work together, of course, but and so just think of it. If you have one color in a quilt, instead of using one fabric, just use all of them, all 5, and that's going to really give your quilt a lot of movement and action, some more fun than just a single color. Now, of course, we have 1 yards available of the Color Club fabrics for a limited time. And we don't always have a lot to restock, but if you wanted any of them in bigger quantities, we do have those. So I love pairing this color. Of course, naturally, it pairs really nicely with deeper, richer colors like greens and golds. But it's really fun to do a palette of blue, maybe some yellow, or a monochromatic, like pair it with other reds and into orange and gold. That is also very successful. So I wanted to show you, do something fun since we have our anniversary. So I have our pack of these reds. And I have some older packs of Color Club. So I thought for a quilt, here's a great combination. So I have my Pinot Noir, and then this is Green Olive, which was just earlier this year, right? It was March. Green Olive. Perfect together. Throw in some honey. Now this was back in, honey was back in 2021. So look at this color combination, the burgundy, the olive green, and the gold, and then possibly a little background color with the sand that just came in April. So here we have a perfect color combination for a quilt. This I could play with all day long, of course. I'm like a kid playing with Legos or crayons. So here's another one I thought would be really fun. What if you use the Rosy Cheeks from January? Here we have more of a monochromatic, but look how gorgeous these are. We have the dark and the light of the same hue. It pairs perfectly. And then to throw in something more, not too contrasty, I love the willow color with this. So a more subtle, really in these kind of muted brown colors. And then for a background with this, I would do the dirty mushrooms like I talked about earlier. The mushroom from May in 2023. So what a gorgeous quilt this one would be. Very different. And you could pop, instead of the brown, you could add a gray in here to make them a little bit cooler palette. Maybe that medium basalt gray or something. But this is fun. I like to play with these packs, so I might keep doing that if you like it. Giving you some ideas on how to use your Color Club. But I pulled out some bundles that work really well with this color. Starting with Love Struck. This is the one I was trying to remember during the show and tell. We have the beautiful greens and these browns and these pinks. And look, there's these specks of that burgundy color that these would work perfectly in. These would be great as an accent, as a background, as borders. As a matter of fact, we use that as similar colors of this in our sashing for the quilt that we made with this bundle. So that would be really pretty. Well, let me leave that here, Love Struck. Then we have Winter Tale. This is last year's holiday collection from Art Gallery. It has a lot of those deeper burgundy accents, but more of the pink. I just love how that pairs with pinks. How those deep burgundies pull out the best in the pinks and makes it really pop. So that's wonderful. Another holiday line that is new, Cozy Wonderland. We have just one of that deeper burgundy in there, even though the burgundy is throughout the prints. So that would be perfect to throw some more of that in there if you wanted a little more fabric. Afternoon Tea, again, has some of those pinks. And a wonderful way to pop that up with a little bit of that deeper Pinot Noir colors. Abandoned has some of that in there, especially this print here, but it is sprinkled throughout the other prints. So if you wanted to calm down the Abandoned line, this color would be great and would fit in there like a glove. Is that from Pet Detective?
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, it's Dumb and Dumber?
Mm-hmm.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
And last but not least, I wanted to pull this monochromatic gray and black bundle out. This is ink. And because it has a little bit, some of the grays have a little bit of a bluish hue to it. There's a little bit of navy tone in there. What a perfect accent color to throw in there. So it has, because the burgundy has that a little bit of blue in it, it would be working really nicely as an accent. So just some ideas. So this is our Color Club for June 2024, starting our 4th year of Color Club. Very excited. Very, very excited. And I think we've never really repeated the same tone or hue of color. And that's my goal. I love it. Love it so much. Okay, are we ready to look at some new fabric? Yeah, let's play that. fun time in the warehouse when you're packing Color Club, isn't it? People just love it. You got it down to a science.
We love to do it.
Process is perfected. Okay, this first line I'm going to show you is called Our Gnome to Yours. Yes, this is a holiday gnome fabric. Although we've had a lot of gnomes, they are always popular, and this one is particularly cute, I have to say. This is by Wilmington Prints. They do a really good job with it. I love the mushroom cottages. They are the cutest. So a little black background here. So this bundle is pretty evenly colored, lights and darks. We have the blacks. This beautiful typography print. It says, "Just believe and be jolly, from our gnome to yours. Just believe, be jolly." Ooh, we'll be jolly. Here's another smaller tossed gnomes. Love the little mushrooms in there. And some branches with a little ribbon, red ribbon. Really beautiful colors. We have some candy canes on the black background. And then finally our smushed together gnomes. All of them together. I love the polka dot hats and the striped. Just so much fun this way. So then we add some color, some red. There's 3 reds in here. The branches, and then the tossed gnomes on the red background. And then we have some lights. Love this one. So this is the same print as the main print, the dark black background. We have the typography print in the white with red and green letters. And then finally the candy canes on the white background. So this is from, well, it's really just called Our Gnome to Yours. So my fabric pull, I had to pull this one. This is just a small snowflake, almost a white on white, that works perfectly in here with these. I also love the spotted white with it. So it has a little texture, but nothing too crazy. For the reds, the dimples and the fire engine is a great fit. A little bit brighter, and then a little deeper would be the thatched in the crimson. And for the black colorway, dimples in the charcoal is great. It has just not quite pure black. And then the canvas and the ebony is another great fit. And I had to throw in a little green because there is green everywhere. So you could either go a darker with the grunge and the evergreen, or a little bit lighter green with a dry brush in the dusty green. Beautiful hues of green. So great options as something to throw in there to add to your bundle or use as focus, accent, borders, bindings, things like that. So cute. Who loves gnomes? Yeah, it's been a lot of gnomes. I haven't gone crazy. There's fabric companies making gnomes for every season, and I just don't think that fits. I think they fit for for Christmas holidays and in the garden. I think that's about it.
I was going to say, your mother loves gnomes.
Oh, my mother loves gnomes, yes. My mother loves gnomes. And so, yeah, I haven't purchased the Halloween gnomes or the fall gnomes or there's St. Patrick's Day gnomes, there's the Valentine gnomes, everything. But we just stuck with where it fits. But my second bundle I want to show you, I'm very excited about. A couple of years ago, we had Spotted Graffiti by, oh, come on. My brain is now fried. It's for Wyndham. Marsha Dursey. Dang. Yes, my brain is, it's been 5 a.m. mornings this past couple of days, so I'm ready for the weekend. But I decided to pull more colors. We used to have this just as a 6-piece bundle, Now I put together 12, and I just love them. So they can be basics, they can be all in the same quilt, any which way you want it. They'd be really awesome in some of the quilts in the new book. So beautiful textures, really grungy, and true Marsha Dersi style. I just love these. So you could pull a few out if you wanted to use them as basics. I have used them in runners. I've used them as accents, and I just love the feel of them. So we have 3 tones of from purple or the burgundies into the pink. We have some bright orange with some yellow in it, and then a deeper orangey reds. And then we go into the cooler colors. We have blue with a little bit of turquoise and some aqua. Oh, gorgeous. A little bit of green coming in there. We have a gray that has a little bit of that clay color. And that is represented here, the clay colors with some gray, with some green. Do you guys like these? These are very masculine since there's no flowers or nothing.
Yeah, they look cool.
Very
Flowers
cool.
can be masculine too.
Yeah, they can. You're right.
Absolutely.
I love this little touch of black in this green, in this chartreuse. And then we have a little bit brighter green with a little bit of light blue. So they kind of tie all together. So I love using them even all together. So I think this one is going to be popular. Now I did a completely different fabric pull with this. I decided to pull prints. So of course I started with some really artsy prints. So here we go. Look at this one. So this is some of Marsha's prints that we have in 1 yards. So you could always use this with it and pull the spotted graffiti in. This one is called Art History Timeline Lecture Black. And then we have Random Thoughts. And this is postcards in the multi. Really fun. So all of those kind of collage looking prints. And as you can see, they mix really nicely in with everything. We have one more. The art history is the same one in the canvas color. So the lighter background, same print. Just really fun to use. Great for bags and things like that. So then we have Ravel in the Stitch Noir. So I think if you wanted to do a background and use these, do something fun, some tone, or I should say low volume. I love the Maker's Collage Climbing Rose in the white, or the Maker's Collage in the Trellis white. A little bit of a black and white. If you wanted a little bit calmer, you could do the Marble Run Milk Glass Splatter. Has a little bit of gray. Splash. Oh, splash, sorry. You know this. You know your fabrics. And then the light gray. This is from Color Club. Just a little light gray texture. I threw in one starry, the pistachio, because that's always a color that's sometimes hard to find. So that would work great in here too. And of course you could pull the same colors easily. But this would be really fun to pair with those beautiful spotted graffiti fabrics. So there it is, Spotted Graffiti by Marsha Dersi. Love it. Definitely a bundle coming home with me just to stay. Just to stay, or whatever. We love it. Yep, questions? Have you made a quilt with this bundle yet? I made a runner. I made 2 runners. This was, I think, season 3 of Fast and Furious Club. We made the flight path runners. I made the flight path runners with this. I did, it was a similar feel. I made a jewel out of, it wasn't this fabric, it was lipstick jungle or something like that. but this would do a really similar feel as that quilt that's on the cover of the Mixology 3 book. So Jewel, yeah, I don't know. There's so many great ones that you could do with this. But Mr. HP, do you have a live winner? GP, I'm sorry.
Twice
Old
in
habits.
one show.
Old habits die hard.
Can I get a drum roll.
Drum roll.
Oh, that is the word of the day.
Oh, Gertrude Kralinger, congratulations. $25 gift card is yours. All you got to do is send us an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com, and we will get you that right away. Now, our next show, our Tipsy Tuesday show, will be this coming Tuesday, June 18th at 4 p.m. And then Happy Friday, the date for that is June 21st at 12 Central. Now, remember, next week is a 4-show week. GE Designs is closed on Wednesday for Juneteenth. However, there's still going to be a 1 Yard Wednesday show. Yes, we are going to record it early and play it for you at the right time, 9:30 Central Time on Wednesday. And then there's a perfect pair on Thursday at 9:30 Central Time. That is June 20th. So there's going to be a show June 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st next week. So I hope to see some of you there. And until then, have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Have something fun in a glass that really satisfies you, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Mm-hmm.